Hey, welcome back. You already know who I am. Welcome to Epic Conversation. Great laughs, great stories, great art, just plain old greatness. I welcome you, ladies and gentlemen. Conversations with the Media Prince. What's going on, y'all? You're here with your boy, the Media Prince, and we are here for a whole new season of Conversations with the Media Prince. And we get to talk to these epic creatives, artists, business people, you name it, that are making waves and really showing us how to win, especially in today's climate. So today, I have this talented brother, recording artist, entrepreneur, get to the bag himself, digital takeover guy, the one, the only, Jufu. How are you, brother?
Hello, I'm doing great. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I am very intrigued by you and your movement. So I'm kind of upset that I missed you when you were here in the DMV.
Yeah,
Because you were
I
here,
already know
but
in person.
but it was
Happen again.
a nice quiet move that you made here. That was a very smart one too, because that's one of the top recording studios here. So that means you gotta be a dynamic artist to even grace into that building. So music, take us back. How did you even get your start in the world of music?
And it started really with my parents. Like just started from listening to music from a young age. I grew up listening to a lot of Haitian music, Michael Jackson, and essentially, yeah, whatever my parents would play. My dad usually had aux in the car, and yeah, I would be listening to a lot of Haitian music, and then my parents had put me into guitar in 2009. My parents like to put me into a bunch of different activities so I could just be well-rounded. I'm very thankful for that. And I started playing guitar when I was 9, moved into recording music in high school. Like I learned how to record because my high school opened a music technology program, and we could probably talk about that too. That was super, super beneficial to where I am today.
What is that experience? Where does music take you? Where does because as you can see, you're clearly gifted in music all around, even down to playing instruments. So what is actually that space? What does music feel like to you?
For me, I definitely I noticed the power music has for me more when I'm not doing it. And what I mean by that is like when I have my breaks away from music, I feel like I need therapy again. And music is like therapy for me because I get to write out like sometimes my music's like advice to myself. And I feel like it's just allowing my subconscious to like release certain things. So it's very healthy for me, I guess.
I like that. I like that. Very therapeutic. It kind of also lets you know that you're creating something that will not only release yourself, but the listeners will be able to have something that they could feel freeing in as well when they listen to your music. So
I also
if
very free in what I do in
hey,
music. Because
hey,
like I do whatever lane I want. Like I showcase a lot of different sounds. Like I could be raging on one track, I could be singing in another track, just rapping. So it's like definitely I feel very free to like just express different elements of my personality as well.
I like that. How important was it to make sure you didn't limit yourself with the type of artist you wanted to be?
Very important. I feel like we definitely live in a time period where, especially when you're signed with the label could definitely shift an artist to try to force a direction for an artist that, and essentially, I feel like when you're a creative person, you shouldn't really um, be boxed at all. Like you should just be able to express yourself freely based on how you feel. And yeah, I feel like that's that, man.
I like that. I like that. So you just mentioned in today's market and, really making sure you don't box yourself in and actually being able to be your true authentic self. And it seems like today's age of music is very transcending to that, but it's also so many different avenues to try to get yourself to be seen and noticed in today's climate, really due to digital media. But you've been able to really tackle digital media and get hella views in the realms of TikTok reels and really using that in conjunction with your music. How was that? Because not everybody is able to, like quite frankly, some artists right now are still trying to figure out how to even plant their feet on social media itself. But you've been able to really get it. But how is that for you? How's that been, actually tackling those multiple worlds and actually doing good at it?
So my background definitely starts in social media before music. And a lot of content creators you've seen over the years started in social media and then try to go in the music route, but either the music's not really that good or people don't just take them seriously. But yeah, I think just having a background in social media, starting on Vine, then moving into Musical.ly and TikTok and making a bunch of different viral videos across these platforms really helped me understand that when I create my music, there's certain ways that I can write my lyrics or certain ways I can produce a song that's going to influence people to want to make a video to my sounds. And that's kind of the approach that I did for some of my first records that blew up on TikTok, such as Whoa and Who Are You. And now beyond social media, social media and like the internet as we know it right now is considered web 2.0. Now I'm actually tapping more into the crypto space and NFT space, which is Web 3. And I feel like that's going to be the forefront for like that's going to be the next wave for emerging artists of all kinds, not even just music artists, but just anyone who is trying to turn their passion of creativity into a self-funding, self-sustaining, and also something that benefits their audience as well from just being invested in them. So tapping into that space, and I'm really looking forward to seeing where that goes.
Okay, so being as though you have a background in social media, what was that beginning like to where you said, you know what, this is the way that I need to learn?
Geez, all right. So I literally just started from just the thought at 13 years old. I was like, my friends have more followers than me. They had like 500 followers and they were making comedy videos. So I guess we could say I had Foma. I was missing out on having that early Vine clout. And there were two friends of mine that were named Comedy Kings. And I was like, let me try to do the same thing. So I started making my own comedy videos, just talking about what I thought was funny at the time. My Vine still exists, vine.co/JulianFluent. But basically started like that. And my first year, I went from 0 to 6,000 followers. My second year, I started to speak to more people through like that I met through Vine. We got into these communities on like Telegram and Kick and all this stuff, and we would revine each other. And I was able to go from 6,000 to 216,000. And then the app died. So I had to kind of figure it out and pick up the pieces from there. And then I moved on to onto Musical.ly and TikTok, started putting out sounds on there that were going viral, but I wasn't really getting much credit for it. But my voice was being heard everywhere.
Yeah, so this is the one thing I think people never really touch on that is very compelling to learn. And I hope the viewers watching this are going to get some type of knowledge with this, because as somebody that thrives in social media like yourself, there are instances like you just mentioned, an app can be here today and then gone tomorrow. Then you have to learn another app, win on that app, and then here comes another app, sort of like how you just mentioned, like the NFT world is becoming the new thing to even learn. How is that world of social media, and is it overwhelming to have to always continuously learn the new things, and then what is that process like getting through that?
I think that's why. So I mean, you probably know I'm releasing a song in like a couple of minutes called FOMO. I'm releasing the music video in a couple of minutes. And essentially, I feel like that's something that people, not only just the everyday social media user, can experience FOMO from just watching people that they feel like just living a better life than them. Me, on the other hand, some of the anxieties that I've had to face through using social media is feeling like you always need to make something better than the last piece. So always being able to keep up with yourself while serving everybody that supports you, while also trying to keep up with like what the algorithm wants on these platforms, because these things change all the time. It can be very, very overwhelming, and can cause a lot of anxiety for like someone who just wants to essentially just do better every time. So it's like, essentially what I'm trying to say is like over the years, like being able to like see different levels of success, you want to just keep escalating it, but you have to also face the reality that there's so many people on social media. So your post is not going to always be seen by everybody, because so many people, we're in a time where everybody wants to create right now, especially on TikTok. So it can be pretty overwhelming, I would say, overall.
What would you say your three strength tools are that get you through everything, actually?
Yeah, so definitely I would say strengths in terms of like just getting through those thoughts, like just being in your head about what you're creating. The best way to really overcome it is facing it, like point blank period. Like if you feel a type of way about, like a lot of people that want to do social media, the biggest step that they don't take is starting. And I feel like really just like you just got to essentially keep putting out content. Don't try to perfect anything. Don't try to make that perfect piece every time. Don't try to put, like, for me example, I've put 2 hours into a 15-second video several times throughout my career, countless of times. And I feel like when you're constantly trying to make that perfect video, you put a lot of time into it and it doesn't go the way that you want it to, it can be very draining. So the best advice and the best strength that I can say that I'm still trying to develop myself is to consistently just put out something all the time. Don't always try to make it perfect. Just literally keep people updated on what you're doing from the lows and the highs. And people essentially will be able to relate to you better in that aspect too, because they see your ups, they see your downs, they're following along with your story firsthand. So yeah, just keep putting things out. Don't try to make anything perfect.
Hey, I hope y'all are writing this down. So your new single, your new project, Foma, yes. Tell us about it.
So Foma, I came up with the song just literally by thinking. Initially the beat was called Foma, and I learned the acronym Foma from trading crypto. Basically, a lot of people refer to FOMO when like a stock or a crypto goes up crazy or is going up, and you don't want to miss out on those gains. So people say, "Oh, I got FOMO. I need to go buy this right now before I miss out." But essentially, FOMO affects people all around the world, even outside of the crypto space. FOMO is essentially the fear of missing out. And something that I've learned is that through excessive usage and improper usage of social media, and depending on the people that you follow on social media, it can cause people to develop FOMO. And the problem with FOMO is that FOMO is also tied with anxiety, lack of sleep, looking to looking to social media for gratification. And we don't want that. We want to be able to love ourselves and be able to understand that fulfillment and happiness is within. You don't need to really go over to social media. Social media doesn't need to make you feel less of yourself at all. And essentially, that's why I made the song. I want to just bring awareness to that. But the story of the song, as I was writing the lyrics, is about a girl. She goes out just with her friends. They're all showing off their vacations and like where they went on vacation. They're just showing off their phones. They're all on their phones. They're showing off their Instagrams, taking pictures and stuff like that. And we follow the story of one of the girls after she leaves from brunch, and she goes back home from brunch after seeing all her friends and stuff. She goes home to basically just practice a self-care routine. And that's what the music video showcases. And essentially, I'm just trying to show people that practicing self-care is important. Unplugging from social media is important at times. It's good to take breaks. And also, it's good to be mindful of the type of content that you're consuming on social media, because it doesn't necessarily need to be harmful for you. It can provide value to you depending on who you follow and what you watch.
I like that. How does it feel to know that your music is going to potentially help somebody's life in a major way? How does that feel?
It's so fulfilling, and it gives it like, a lot of artists, like there's so many talented artists and creators in the world, and a lot of artists have trouble. Like some of the most creative artists have, I guess, their downfall, not downfall, but their weakness can be promo. And I feel like when you have a purpose behind a song and you really want that song or that song resonates with a lot of people and it can help a lot of people, it actually helps me like find so many creative ways to promote the song and get it in people's ears, because I feel like it needs to. And it's also teaching people something that, like, I went to Starbucks earlier today, right? Mm-hmm. And I was asking them if they know what FOMO means, like the employees, and they said no. And I was surprised by that. And essentially, long story short, I explained to them what FOMO meant, and I was like, can I have a drink with foam in it? Because it would be fire if Starbucks made a drink that had foam, called it the FOMO drink, and then like raised awareness for mental health, and then gave the proceeds for everybody who bought that drink to like a mental health foundation. But basically, a lot of people don't know what it means, and I kind of lost my train of thought.
I'm glad you mentioned the Starbucks thing, because that would be a brilliant idea to create something possibly with you, but you actually do have a partnership with an actual, Tell us about this. Hey, tell us about this, because this is freaking epic and major to actually, and does it feel weird to know that you have your own drink?
Bro, it's crazy because like I've only been drinking bubble tea for probably like 4-5 years now. And I never would have ever imagined having my own like flavor. And it's named after, this is how you say heart in my country. I'm Haitian, so this is how you say heart in Creole. It's like cha. But basically, we got this flavor here. It's vegan, gluten-free, keto, 0 sugar, and basically it's good for you and it's good for your heart. So definitely check this out.
I like that. It seems like I think what also goes and like coincides with your career is you really do actually care about your life and the lives of others and how important it is to nurture what you have. Did you know?
Protect your aura.
Yeah.
Take care of your aura. And it's funny because this is called aura tea.
Did you know that you would be so conscious in that department?
Not until 2018. Not until 2018. And that's a year that I started to actually learn more about myself and actively start to want to understand myself more. And the more that I understood myself, I feel like I began to operate better, treat people better, and understand people better.
Mm.
And I think that's the most beautiful thing that you can do to really be happy in life. Understanding yourself is like the first step. I feel like we live in a world where so many things really distract us from looking within and cause us to be very, very reactive to the outside world when we can essentially take care of ourselves and be less reactive and be more proactive towards things.
Now, so you just mentioned, and of course, also if anyone is following you on Instagram, they see the Haitian flag. So, how has that been Haitian? Been Are you able to tie in a lot of your culture into what you do?
Not yet. I think initially though, just being Haitian off the rip just has an effect on just my music abilities as a whole. Like I just feel like that's just naturally in my blood, like percussion naturally in me. But I definitely want to like make some records more catered to just more of like a compas sound and like music that you would hear in Haiti, essentially. My parents really want me to tap into Afrobeat more, so I've been speaking to a lot of different artists from overseas as
Yeah,
well.
that seems like it's crazy how the Afrobeat is like if you could see like how music transcends, it's like pop was like the thing at one point, then it was rap was a thing at one point. It seems like Afrobeat it's get ready to be the next thing, and it's like it's really good. It's really those sounds project feel good. You get what I'm saying? So that would actually coincide with what you do already because you create a feel good experience. But I did tell your team that I also wanted to gloat on you about how well you're doing on streaming. Like your numbers are when they rap on the platforms, you're doing really well. How does that feel to know that people are really listening?
It's crazy. It's very crazy. But I also understand it and appreciate it. And I look forward to eventually having like 25% or more of the world population streaming. Because
Facts.
I feel like a lot of my records, like I have them for so long, and it's just me and my team listening to it for like months at a time. And then the record finally comes out. And then when the world gets to see it, it's like, it's fine. It's just like a crazy, surreal feeling. Like FOMO, for example, we recorded the song over a year ago, and now it's finally coming to life. And it's just, the process is really beautiful. And just seeing how people receive it is also very beautiful as well.
I like that. So if you could describe, because you do so much within the music realm, and you did mention you don't craft yourself to just one lane. You make sure you're open to try everything.
Right.
For a new music listener, how would you describe your sound in 3 words?
My sound in 3 words. Do the words have to like be in a certain order?
Nope, they could be in any free order you want.
Let's say fun, unique, and I gotta use 4 words. Fun,
Okay.
unique, healing, and relatable.
I like that.
Because I do
really like that.
everything different.
I like that. So you have so much going on. You're able to you're winning in social media, you're winning in music, you're winning in business. What does the rest of 2022 look like for Jufu?
2022. So like I said before, I'm tapping a lot more into the Web3 space. I encourage all creatives to look more into NFTs and see how it's an opportunity for you, because it is an opportunity for everyone. And unlike Web2 and the social media world that we know it as it is right now, can be very competitive. Web3 seems like a space where a lot of people, it's only better when people are helping each other. And everyone's very supportive of one another. So I'm working on an NFT collection actually, that basically is supposed to provide music services to the holders. So what I mean by that, trying to bring a lot of aspiring artists onto the platform, and basically holders of my collection. The collection is called Moon Trucks. They get services like music videos provided by us, studio time provided by us, and beats provided by us. I mean, when I started, I literally started with just my biggest song was recorded on a $99 microphone, no interface. I didn't even have speakers yet. And essentially, I feel like a lot of people are starting like that, or even with less. So I think it's going to be a good opportunity for artists like that. And definitely tapping just very heavily into the NFT space throughout this year. I'm dropping a project on my birthday as well, a music project. So NFT project on my birthday and a music project on my birthday, like 5 songs. Not too sure what lane it's going to be, because I was considering going like a rock lane for it, because I haven't really revealed my rock side outside of like snippets. And I'm also going to Europe for the first time ever in April. So yeah, I partnered with a company called World Strides Gap Year, and basically they give a scholarship opportunity for people to take a gap year. I took a gap year from college, and it was very helpful. I feel like it's just very good for like, I feel like everyone should at least get the opportunity to take a gap year after high school, after middle school, high school, elementary. Take that like time for yourself to like really see if you have a passion that might not even require school. You'll save your parents time and money. You'll save yourself time and money. And I think it's just a beautiful program, because now I get to travel with tons of students overseas to, the first trip is Spain, Paris, and Rome. And basically, yeah, we just get to experience these different cultures and just do a bunch of different things with this program. And I'm glad to be able to provide the opportunity.
I like that. And you know what's so dope? That the more I talk to you, it's just dope to know that you have your head on your shoulders, you know what you're doing, and you're really trying to bring people along on the journey to make sure that they get to where they want to get to. And you can see the excitement and the love for what you do and how you express it. And I think that's going to be a great attest to why you're going to be even more successful and you're going to continue to win. So before I let you go, I like to play this game with everybody I interview. It's called Either Or. So I'll just give you some artists. The person you like, you name them, they still exist. The person you don't name never existed, never made music ever. Are you ready?
So the person I don't name doesn't exist, never made music. The person I name does. Okay.
All right. Kendrick Lamar or Drake?
Damn. Oh man.
And just for you, you get 2 passes.
Either of them like that. I'm gonna go with Kendrick for this.
Okay. Kendrick stays.
Oh, I have times I would listen to Views like on repeat, bro, and like tons of dang. All right, we'll go on to the next one. Sorry, Jake, he's gone.
Okay. Lil Wayne or Kanye West?
Kanye. Sorry,
Okay,
Lil Wayne.
okay,
And
okay.
I love Lil Wayne too.
Jay-Z or Nas?
Who or Nas?
Jay-Z or Nas?
Oh, Jay-Z or Nas. Oof. Dang, man, stop doing this. All right, I'm gonna go with Nas though.
Okay,
I'm gonna go
okay,
with Nas.
okay. Eminem or J. Cole?
J. Cole. Even
Okay.
though I know Rap God like on the top of my head.
Okay. Little Baby or Little Dirk?
Baby.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Usher or Justin Timberlake?
Usher.
Okay,
Usher.
okay, okay.
But I
Let's do the
really love
ladies.
when
Let
Timbaland and Justin Timberlake get together.
Hey, all right. Let's do the ladies. Beyonce or Rihanna?
Let's say Beyonce because Beyonce had to walk for Rihanna to run.
Okay, okay. Safe and you just cleared yourself from the beehive, so you're good to go. Okay. Ashanti or Maya?
Ashanti.
Okay, okay. Nicki Minaj or Cardi B?
Mm, Cardi.
Okay, okay.
I met both of them too. That's like based on experience.
Okay, how was that? Let's a quick tidbit. How was the experience with Cardi B?
I had a great experience meeting Cardi B. It was a very quick interaction. We took a
Okay,
selfie on Prince Street, but this is before Bodak Yellow. And then Nicki Minaj, I met her when I was ice skating in like 2013. I didn't really I didn't actually technically meet her because they were being like their team was being very standoffish at the
got
time, but I respect the space.
got you, got you. Okay, Megan the Stallion or Cardi? I said Cardi. Megan the Stallion or Doja Cat?
Doja's fire. Doja's just fire.
Doja is epic, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's think of one more. Let's do one more.
Foma remix.
Mulatto or Flo Milli?
Flo Milli. Shout out
Hey,
Flo Milli.
hey,
Yeah,
shout out Flo Milli.
she's doing
Hey,
her thing.
very much so. Very
Mulatto
the
too, but like Flo Milli's lit. I could bump Flo Milli.
I love Flo Milli. I probably play week on occasion a day, probably like 4 times. So Flo Milli is definitely it. So this is just to leave the viewers off with a message. What is one motto that you live by?
I really want to go with with the theme. The theme of FOMO is unplug and practice self love. So overall, that's something that I just want to encourage everyone to do. Unplug at times when you feel like a lot of us tend to actually when we're experiencing something like FOMO, we go right back into our phones to distract ourselves from that and then literally just re-experience those same emotions. So take time away from your phone, take breaks, take time with yourself, take time with your family, take time out in nature, and just essentially take time to be with yourself, love yourself, tend to yourself, and take care of yourself.
Hey,
Unplug and self-love.
hey, ladies and gentlemen, this was the one, the only Jufu. Please let them know where they can follow you at, find you at, and download all the hits.
Everything's at Jufu.
Hey,
Instagram is Lil Jufu. Snapchat is Jufu Snap. But if you type in Jufu, you usually can just find me on all platforms.
well, I thank you for talking to me and my viewers. And this was another episode of Conversations with the Media Prince. We love you.
Thank you,
Peace
guys.
out.
Let's shoot Foma.
Hey, conversations.